And Tuesday afternoon. The month is still young. 4 days into the 7th month of the year 2026. Na baby will be at the month of August mu and yewi otwediampo and ye bedana se odie nenso akyeye na baby sa wapomu eto say and krom bibia bokode kulem won ai kadan baby a otwediampo ede yen aba bedru enie kakrakra nso no ye koyedim kakrakra sa kopem se afe no ebeso enti ene wahuena no wada otwediampo nso ase bidi ade Kwaku Kyeremanteng Nkansah KK edie on behalf of the production team Meda Kofi into ase Meda Ice Tea and so ase ene awie no madanana Kwame ene ni team omo ewo MCR so ase Meda team di nyina production crew no Meda obibiara ase ene awie enti yatnase ene eye benada. Once again, 1,000 thanks or many thanks to the man Nana Foku Jumo for holding the fort yesterday, Monday afternoon. And Adumbi Admiaya, Yasobatonum, Yade air twaso. And every being a Tuesday afternoon, and some ewoho, and some de ibi ewoho, na and some a free last week in po. Baye sometime now. Makacho say NDC die omo ebetna akonya yesui. News die biba pa. News wo ho pa na news no ya na enye so good. A news na obehwe news a ebu enye den kwa na ekwa yese as a prophet of doom be say there be but sana akwakoba sa ena akwakoba utumu say niema enkoye under this current administration enti ene yatena se yade say yade news no ebebro good or bad yadwuma ene say yebe deliver na wosuwa hu ne koso ewo titu yemai Ghana mu abano Medeu ene koko to you kokuromoti wo se enye media wo ene yo kokuromoti ena odu kokuromoti we eko team the open in the year 2024 enti kokuromoti de wa na wo de and we choose with choice be it good or bad. Wa ena okotoye enti ene sani etie bia no tinamusa because wa na okoto abano ekoya fine so be it enkoye nso dia ene na jese wa ujejirije enti ene yade yatena se yade ensam enam na ene awie no me shasiye edi efrihe enche yebewura nkomonum eden nkomo ho pa enti memma me kasa do kra enye tintin pie but enche panel members ebetna say it's a Tuesday afternoon enche lawyer Evans osei bonsu ebe join me ewujubedie so na yahwe nsema ewo hodom ene awie. It's been quite a while for over a month ni dodona ebisa se na owehe yes yo sheho obeba ene owujubedie so for over a month ni wonte ne uhu nanim batene owujubedie so Richard Ajiman enso ebetna se ene awie na yahwe nsema ewo ho me kai wo se obetumi ako YouTube no wa join here with YouTube WONTUMI TV live with YouTube WONTUMI TV live with YouTube obeko Facebook be pacho Facebook WONTUMI 101.3 FM on Facebook WONTUMI 101.3 FM on Facebook ko call them so wonsa ebeka yen pepepe ye stream bibia live ewo ho enti join yen ewo honom ena awie yen sha see free fio yes charity begins at home aka how many days na ye kwa koto aba barely 11 days ena aka na ye kwa koto aba regional executives barely 11 days yebekwa kwa kotoaba regional executives na regional executives a yeba be you omono enya agudie but before say you be you regional executives so ya kachiro say on the eve of a year election day no there will be a night vigil for Chairman Bernard Ntwibuasiako. There will be a night vigil for Chairman Bernard Ntwibuasiako. Ye Chairman WONTUMI. Memeka me say with or without Chairman WONTUMI, there will be a night vigil. Currently, as it stands, Chairman Bernard Ntwibuasiako a political prisoner. Chairman Bernard Ntwibuasiako remains a political prisoner for 2 weeks near. Chairman Bernard Ntwibuasiako finds himself at the Nsawam prisons. And they make us say, or a political prisoner. And yes, Mrebio na adano asabu binti. Yes, adano asam binti. And I may show video be Edward Kwaku and Chesatano Nimbri Diano and the Nsaba Oka. Bidim Ebra or Comu be dim the Omoka or TB. But Abia Mumudu Duanama who saw a video. All right, that's the night vigil or vigil night. Standing with Chairman Bernard Ntwibuasiako, and we indeed stand with you. Politically sentenced to 20 years imprisonment. It's Yame Eyaduma on the 14th day of this very month of August. Yekayubio Yegina Kwaku Shiemu Ewo DMB office wo Ewa Square ya Dr. Baumia office wo Square na Chese Yakwaku Shiemu na yesu ediafre otwediampon ne obo awia etonsuo yesu afre no se ne Chairman Bernard Ntwibuasiako emamui a chese Bible empenisa bearing to bear false witness against your neighbor. And on the Bible thou shalt not bear false witness against your neighbor. And no Bible ya kind of several times. Nasasi edia mupi se unkutu good sa no moka edunti 20 years. Ene ko show mu a etu na enche mu betensem ewo masumu. Se galamse no Nkansah de omunjai. Chairman WONTUMI ye be koswani ya kai say or ye legal minor mining legally but near atuno any political prisoner and yame eya adoma 14th ye gina ye share e wo DMB office ho na ene ewie ya kan say enche ye ba beto aba on the 15th na me kai say regional contest na de me pacho choose wisely and kotu enra bani bia ede ama wanu ho send a mekura de ye bobi bi de gu mani so na mekotuma NDC ana. Regional contest na eba no mpacho choose wisely. Choose wisely, choose wisely. Na si say wa wo hwe said ye kro ya. Eye fire brands a mo ewo NPP mu. Ena ya hyase e ka omu egum no. Chairman WONTUMI wa wo hu wani tua. The idea ya chairman WONTUMI si say political prisoner for no wrong done. Chairman WONTUMI would be the odemu esi say because NDC for esro so chinabino si say niema troka a omo ye omo ehu eye bottom fa creation no e bia na chairman ba no aba be ha omo adwen said obowura regionum almost 10 years ago 2016 obowura regionum na chese o shaky regionum ma omo ankasa hu say yes be ma ba santibantema and will be no musru ewo national they will do all their best to frustrate Chairman Bernardine Chibuesiako. But and area you make a regional contest. A very good afternoon to you, Chairman Kwame Bafo Abronye. Chairman Kwame Bafo Abronye, Bno Regional Chairman. Achese Osa Kobio. A very good afternoon to you, Chairman Kwame Bafo Abronye. You may like him, you may hate him. But Chairman Kwame Bafo Abronye, also, one of the fire brands, Amo Ewo NPP mo. But for maintain you be eka. She ye a course 2016. Yes, although so ye ko be a wakwa, hate him or like him, but wakumpa. She ye a course 2016. Be dibidi obi betu egu asu and away MPP baby a edruni. A see a dunkwati enkatia, no a regional national secretary or a secretary. Or the party no edi nkugo, esa the party edi nkugo. Actually, omu Nkansah see a dunkatia de niema. Omu beye na chairman and the see a dunkatia echo for president. NPP what the tenacity, national see a dunkatia. Or the party didn't go twice. Ya bear the chairman. I was on the grounds. A brand on a year for swamp of echo. MP sneaking out for Ben Crosser Derby. I did ye bread be a druid. Young first see a dumbra on bear chairman. No, don't in a near day. On the grounds, be so be a Kobe. Miami Kobe, I was then at Fox FM. I said that repeat and see a dunkety. And what do we see? And I won't media. And I won't media. Yes, abua bekawa every wa WONTUMI and to them and I had the son NDC for the yakwa afa ho enti ya ka chairman WONTUMI Kwame Bafo Abronye for Bno regional chairman and you no na bibi MPs elusu ya she na she MPs na elusu ya whether they were in touch with the grassroots ewo MPs elusu ya she said they were in touch with the grassroots ewo hada. Enti Kwame Bafo Abronye for a year Bno regional chairman. The Pabaye for a contested. The Pabaye for a contested. And this by china. And they actually over the year Dennis Miracles Abuaje. I don't know, so you be charge some at also just to give you a bad name. Na chesomwa fahuko. Na mudi yina in film. Na yana dam. Na MPP. Bunyi mu fire brands ni gina enfrim na mo behwe sadia mo beji tumi every year NPP and that's NDC for no enche enti regional contest no enche ebekoso na we be say region house there chairman odene ho Kwaku apia chairman odene ho Kwaku apia ono na oba eye regional chairman odene ho Kwaku apia for regional chairman. Na media me changing my stance. E hwa na me gina free tete. O de no Kwaku apia. E hwa na me gina free tete. Na nkofu bi omudi omhu etwitwi no de. Mo forget him. Akwasi nti de mo mudi say ya na free. Game no mukura dada. Mo forget nkofu bi omu claim so omu edi na chi. Omu kodi na chi omu nia no omu ye no. Ombesante na pimbio. Akwasinti amanfo aka de ho asem severally baby ono wo MPs baby no ala kofo obo bai e kire no san ne omoko didn't see eye to eye with Chairman WONTUMI. So now the young pa then say ochina onfa bi nye ode no Kwaku apia. Na ba kubia o claim say oye no oye regional organizer Francois. Na mo Francois mo as regional organizer. Then amu say Francois oye no region. Francois to ye adwuma as regional organizer. And then what the secretary commander ochina there are no permanent friends in politics. Ochina sa no besa ba be ene ya mami anya adwuma ne ya mami anya adwuma. Enso kohwe auction car ya park here see the fee the one na nam ya mami anya adwuma ya mami anya adwuma eno an ordinam campaign trail ede obo ho etwitwi eye ode no Kwaku apia sa na obo be asset was in the beginning enti ya bo obi mbesa eye na tie nguo obi garim ede ya mami anya adwuma so auction car osisan nu asa osisem ehwa ne nam wo zaka bi enso ma wan so no didi pa and now be secretary no there Amwauku, good afternoon. Amwauku, good afternoon. My anya amwauku anya po yando. Anya amwauku po kwabna yando. Omumu bia be mi omumu nyina media do bitimi kura no my confused. Iti amwauku anasa po yando. Odo na montumba no na Francois for secretary be. I was hypocrites. Yes, Kwaku Nkansah say be do baby say Nkansah say di e kire on yeko mo pa motuma ma yanso ye be hwe kwan ani omo so be adwuma se party no be say ye hwie party no gwa e be boa de hwie gu because obo no wo ye party adwuma you don't need to see eye to eye with someone and say why ye party adwuma mu ha no when you obi ad meka say be den ye fine so say ye adwuma saade ye adwuma ye ma wa adwuma nya fe na we ye be yon community ni da bi ye nko no sa enti enwa WONTUMI anya adwuma da na kire say de obetumi akwa yes adwuma vote against them they say Francois or ye hypocrite kese pa I don't talk like this but do prayer ba akopɛ akwasi nti ono de ono ante ne ho ase because baby adu na ye unity enye divisions any ye pe miana media no do dim say miana media no so me meka no kra na kire ono kra be boa no nti akwasi nti de bomba nche no mon ground no ebi sisem na ebi ada bi nya time nko obuso na ebi sisema obo so da adwuma na WONTUMI nyem obo de obo ho na etwitwi na de ho na etwitwi na okoye campaign wa bo adwuma wo region say bia organizer wutu hu di say wa adwuma date da say ode ne ho poster at the tadi we chi answer wa campaign on your own merits because one year adwuma no who say on your own merit the people who vote against you enti say odi obi din and etwitwi na wo so when ya baby agina there be vote against them they are hypocrites lawyer Chile. Very good afternoon to your assistant secretary ono de montuma no obetumi aye adwuma no montuma no omo akado ye babubu omu di memma lawyer Akwaba me hu se omo shebe na say ye ba ye pe unity na mo pe unity no dia ye so saade ye be kodo first name mo se be haje man ka bi da said me NDC ni we will feed that them na cake your NDC ni no NDC ni or NDC ni fa be di so no enti unity ni pe mo pe unity no so dia na mo kotoa ya so ye ba adwuma no fine lawyer Evans or say bonsu e wa ha sanso na boga ono de o man bag so ase o toy e wa fichire ho be ho anoko na wakohyem no waba Richard Ajiban enso e wa hado ewie no me ma kwa ba keke yani abro no keke akasa pa na shirt so wa hwe aba ha no no say yeah atap we say a move color so no ya wudi yesuesua na wudi keke you say titia you me hu lo ya tali ni no I look like a Greek yana keke asale na efe rough it's a flower top na efe pa easy keke no my film yet you na kan ya young go say ya dai I'm in Chiano keke ya ho ye atonsa omre ni ntina mpesa me dia de to e bi fam nta na senior enso akasa
because that's a and some na be kan tamaklo de mem na mpesa kan
I don't know
me kan ho asem kakra very
I don't know hear me pao
yes
and then this for the person ye shift focus no free ho na man for who no kra and no kra na ya no hear me pao
they say Godfred damn it
no
hello FM
I'm person shift focus no kra then is the end of it and now social media houses you know boy ya way out
yes
and then this dey bia na kind judgment ni bi ma kind judgment na dey na me kind judgment what kind judgment you dey page 23 there oh
me say court of appeal kura they got it wrong
yeah there
court of appeal got it wrong
hear me pa ya me topical issue
justice is no more no you got it wrong already keke
no ya ye be ko ma me mama wa kwa be ya wo pente ma me boga me ma wa kwa ba no dey any no ya na dey dedicated ye be bu kase pa na ko for no
yes
na ajima sorry say because I tente we the lawyer there okay na attorney general on this case no bad NDC for so say ade no ye attorney general ye pro the john sentence age abe can't say case no ye bad wo no when ye lawyer wouldn't she legal advisor to the government or see ade no ye bad or no and no CSA or print or period stay of execution mo can say now who end this date was ade no ye it mono munya confused that then pa ne ham ba ajema me ma kwa ba
no give me joso
na oho ye
already adum ne abusu
ye da ya mi ase na kwa yeso
kwa so boko ya kwa we do dia match de na ball ni wo se ko ya ba ya be do dia na se bibi aboko do bo ke ma me fa nchia ma lawyer na ye na se o akoni asaso emlade law school no dia wo ho nipa bibiri akobi so na emlade e ma ne ya akono pa ade e ma law ya akono pa de bia ma manage ho eye di otimi de mla no 23 emla no di otimi de 23 because emla is a referee law it is a referee with the referee we have to take a decision instantly to be cancelled within a twinkle of an eye what with me ebini hu say debi asem we am kan me to na dewi na me we enti emla de wono mamla ye de nyelo ya fu nyina na sebe
la ya sa otira do ka de bi obo wa ba
o mamla
de bi obo sa lo ya wa bi you
ye beto ye nananom no na asemusi na ye firi obi wo radio so a say wo beka bidia na nkwa wewe waso nu wati bi because o bi pa bi wo beka kire sebe ene yetimi kofuru obi betena radio so deliberately wono anim sa asema wo beka na sebe ye nkwase asema ye nyansa ni afre no wo beka he de na mediafo etoda na mistakenly na wo ma free nipa o ma dwen wo se asem na aba no bi wo beka sebe ye nsemfo enye papa wo se ye ka kebetu asem si ya ye freje mensanom ne afre na na adonom odidi antwo no justice ni korandi nom odidi amjo lawyer for na ye free mo no
lawyer dey on place so that and ye frame Martin Kpebu no
lawyer for na wo mu kase wi ya issues of national interest si ya ye free obi Professor Saboti nom ye frɛ no kase wi ya otimi ma on the other side of asem no baby anu wadwene nkɔ kora na ma wo wadwene ye achima kodi baby no afi na akora bia a wadwene bia hase think right asim see netie enne ma menso me fama dwene see because enye kwa de kasa wo radio so ye kasa to inform the decisions of some other people
absolutely
it is ya hwe a na se ye ma se me nkwahwe ya paafo e kasa kire ye bibiri a ye benya nkwahwe ya paafo bibiri wo kurum because that is how their judgment are formed. Inti nyame si enka no kure lawyer de I do appreciate you anytime bia o betina fidie so say wo kasa bia could you believe say last time but na wo kasa already bi so metwen wa ma wo point e wo ma Debbie wo tumfo side wo ba yeah na kura na oni sika wo na say na wo
Apple TV
very good in fact I appreciate the way you help us in understanding so many issues. Yeah, that was double K. My main family chia kakra na chia ndi onse mkoya ache.
Na no so kire say ya be ma kwan ni chia. Dey say ni okoya ache dey and dey. Ya dey the 30 minutes dey be.
Woni tua say mabei na e wose me chia his excellency. Nana Adodam Kwaku Fuado ene Dwanaji Kumkofo nyame nhyira ene adom a wode adom wo mu akoma papa a wo de beso mo man nti na wo manya mfie na wo manya no so on the emejana ha nti ye bebo mpa ya mom se nyame be mo mato akoso no mdo mani nso ehunu de o man beko na memfa nchiama His Excellency the former Vice President Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the Deputy Bawumia me say abranti bia ni Ghana ha wagye sika echi wono wapa no ho e wo sika mu se oba bi di ohia na wode abesom ne mai e chen Dr. Bawumia. There is nobody, everybody obi pre se obekwa akonya sika. Everybody who is fighting now is fighting because obekwa akonya sika. Dr. Bawumia e na eje sika ho obi ni hono obi timi aka akire se obi a enka obeye deputy governor of the Central Bank. Obi a obeye deputy governor of the Central Bank wo hia de na nko woni natwam wo ye nipa enka wo ye wi a sebi etise despite no etise Ibrahim no wi a na nka nipa a wo pena fa na damfo na abetim do nse si okoko aka akire se me madam fo ni asemezi ba ko ne deputy governor of the Central Bank enti na nka Dr. Bawumia de na nka obetimi akoyi o madam fo na nka onu mu nam na omunye sika no de manidi so enti wo Jessica ho ene wo so wo besom ne nkrofo wo baaye no nso no obi hunu kwanya wafa so dia som yen manfa nchiama no na memfa nchiama Alhaji eye miura honorable say chairman sabunsu wata hye nkremufo atare dodo memfa nchiama no enka ne so amemra hye bedwani ene enka ne dom dodo no ba no deni ene sisi ya oye the chief of staff edema His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia MPP Franka Tuni memfa nchiama na wie baabi a wo bia memfa nchiama the champion chairman Bernard Ntwibosi akon chairman wontumi me say mfie dudu bia dufochie ebeda nsuo mu no ena ne denjem nti onyame ba Ntwibosi akon onyame beto akoso aye amano me say chairman wontumi any hono I may decide not to support anybody for the chairmanship because me makumemu meaning say MPP a national chairman any chairman wontumi I may decide not to support him. No longer to be a chairman to me now for make a change support was a mess, mommy. Other than that, I will not do it. My special dedication to Sir Adibema Bonia and Crophobia Faso at the Naloya or maybe some more because whom he am a maybe some same you know I'm a team already also. If and yet subjective say Yachi Mudia and you're not indeed the courting system of Yemai and your papa. Justices no they should think right say ansem ni mi no na mate because damning enough to tell us say chama wontumi nsem na course no na nya papa damning enough it is either you question those people involved na omo meka mu no krenchre how those things happened and now say nipa kro na omo so wona ye ade no ono no wo ye dia you will know going forward akwan ye be fa so we be ma me fa nchama Dr. Iwa Free the Efijasi Asokore MP, member of Parliament for Efijasi Asokore. I mean, Fanchiamano, a baby, you are banner nephew, and Andy Capu, and Fanchiamo Monso. Now, me support to Chairman Abronye. So, I mean, country a Bono for say, a Bono region.
Bono region.
Men country will say, indeed, Upe will be what to know was you Aquama MPP pa. Chairman Abronye, a campa. What did you mention? Yani Binumo Kana and Abronye is the only person in 2016. He has to be summoned before a Bono Hemfo. He has to be summoned before a Bono Hemfo. And the idea what they call Bono. Not a mema uradem. Because that time, not a Mampenye Yiri Bono. Not electoral commissioner, no one knows watching no a former electoral commissioner of the guy, oh Bono. Not ya watching giant. Na esi edun ketie afiri ho na samija mfifiri ho almost NDC mpanyimfo bebrebe no nyina afiri buno bravo ana abronye nko a esoligina ye possibly wone yenu apanyi kireme soliye ana pepa enti ye kan ye den ene nkodin a abronye ako amaya ya a deliberate attempt say umbetutu ye ntaban ene ye nema nyina na NDC fo betimi agya woman crop for a catch ye say, yen shall bring in a bronyan in Swadia, wine and in Swadia chain, and this for now, Omo. And Tiana, party, Rollins, Ati, Edini Muja, assign the constitution, party in the constitution. I say, don't get your catchers while you're back and dog. Is he not the national chairman of the NDC? One can't say, be our Dini Muja, a tea party, no. In fact, Mammy could not watch my Rollins. One, na Betty so, and na NDCC. At a point in 2000, near PCG elections in the free NDC in Zemno. Now we have to bring Rollins, any mammy could not watch my Wally editor from Tutti, your campaign in 2000, I can tell you, January. Aye. Because now 31st December Women's Movement say Oba Kurukasi Mudia, Oba Kasanyakwe, Ukun Kurasi at 31st December Women's Movement was the problem for the MPP. Now my minute up form or baby and Ghana, why you formidable organization now a year working so efficiently and so perfectly at 31st December Women's Movement. Sure. It did not woman back in our form. And I did near dinner contaya Junior Bar Sana, your mamma made a campaign, a brass when you couldn't change, and yet made the winning elections in the 2000. Woman Numpu, Abraham, I could not judge my car, say, all pay the national the running mate for the NDC. Woman Rosunan, when you could not Womati party, Edu Mumujano, Mahwa party, Murosunan, near Boda Woman Pie, would be a catanini, NDC for it in the country in Crawford, yeah, and in Swadi, yeah, and Crawford, yes. The two woman Crawford, more bumpy, woman cat woman, running in a Yurula Okra, will be a home. And he made give me animal or more bonus say, Abronye, ye penasem papa, do your yama be a yatanechi, a bay bois MPP.
Yet ye bay a so bad. Omo be ye no sad over year 2024, boy, you know. And there, but I'm a fast soldier for now. Why just MPP the time the agent and I'm performing much of boy. You
see, your choir was
I know which is open the claims open a woman majority.
I was west. Maybe a giant woman good them. I know my imagine soon do baby bas was.
And how dare you speak against a CEO?
Emma so, me say a dear Sam George, Ejina Park no so ye no. The whole police commander, he attempted to Bobo Panasu. Senkana you soldier for soldier for and attempted to boom commander Suma, and Kadano ko very regret to send away MP. We be quite far, no choir ideas, and this man here, you know. MP na said the answer or took a dear wabonti. The year we you know. And na mum equal form vigilante no. And the attack, you know, my baby GC every year. Afano Southeast. And then one in Amso over Walling Colano. So, no Basabasa, no did the GC, and then Omotuan Mumaka. Timinia, Yachiano, the Mekachi Minion Mum Wobon and say, yes, Remo, will be out to my way and Chairman Abronye, where ye had yepe. Omontua Banamano, not unfair near the end to us. And Panyese halfway loaf of bread is better than none at all. What did the Michono say? Nya, or no dear, he's tried and tested and experienced one we know say he's capable of winning because he has won 2016 before.
Okay. But it was be a contest no with few days no obepe minto there. Mame entwa me ho enkombra. Why? Na mensa emra unchai. Few days aka no de. Me anso ye de ano ebetumu bi. Few days aka no de ano ebetumu bi because NPP is fast losing it. Our corners be a nise banasa. They say macho. Yeah, the near be a babe from home. Na and one is open when I say woody said the bear Hunya Kono and from my party for Sano Sukromo Betua Bamawa. Hey, no court case into you bet me up to Abama and the dignity say Hunkwa and a bomb over the ASRDN. They've succeeded with Chairman WONTUMI said because he would be no and I say party for the be a year a yomweni and then one after the other almost twice. I'm sorry, and you know. No, what do you mean also?
Yo, man,
Sunday night Tamaklo.
Yo, me that say. On say,
will not be distracted.
I can't share be brave. Any can say me waste time on home because so my me didn't share no more money na or the be a mom. Na me chrome hene de me channel. And I send soko for abibio. Na na baby a will be a Mr. Nkwatentene at the man. Na me pejami muma me hene. If you saw your hene pon or hene kese. Nti me channel adwuma kase kese hene. One ne mpanifo nyina. Na nanu matena nkonya nyina me chia omo. Na the mechanism your friend Akwabi George Oma Bemi Sylvester or can Sembi. Now say when a nation pardons its criminals faster than it rewards its heroes, it teaches the next generation that corruption is not a crime but a career. Sir George Sylvester will not much was saying when a nation pardons its criminals faster than it rewards its heroes. Say Omaino or try say Omomaya Bonne for Semno or the better woman. Namum a chain one more sumo may to say the wow sumo may as a journalist. Ye be bo a crom for a home by near Boma Basso. Edan say more sumo may heroes are more sumo may. It yes, I didn't. It teaches the next generation that corruption is not a crime but a career. A bema in Chirima Behuni say. Jurumudie enye bone nemum adwuma. I mean kind be more when a nation pardons its criminals faster than it rewards its heroes, it teaches the next generation that corruption is not a crime but a career. When a nation pardons its criminals faster than it rewards its heroes. So minor yes ye be jai abone for anase bobo abonefo abaso achen omu ye heroes abaso a ebema enchirima ebehunu se bonefo sem enya bone nemom eyeden eye adwuma. When a nation pardons its criminals faster than it rewards its heroes, it teaches the next generation that corruption is not a crime but a career. George Sylvester or George Omabemi Sylvester. You see, a dear Nkansah. So be the bonnia. Yes, technicalities won't be a jan or uncle. Me a lawyer, no be because a dear lawyer or Casasa, I am Brana Eka. Here, Ombra, a sign, Brana, so common sense account. Entina Brana, Ubon say, ya when Yansani Bako, and Yansa for me and Yansa for no. I didn't me conti the mere fact that we a lawyer no call first court of first instance, I can. Yeah, lawyer for court of first instance. What you can call near Bueti Auno. And I would do couldn't say, what's our court for a Nedania? Not as a court no, you're incompetent, upon which basis and your day assess will be so you're incompetent. You compare court decision, one court decision to another court decision, and suddenly it may actually be a competent. And I say, you're right to say every lawyer be able court to be a from the lowest court to the highest court to be the That is the question you need to ask yourself. This is a fallacious remark, a fallacy of hasty conclusion, a fallacy of hasty generalization. The mere fact that Godfred Odamye did them, now wakwa api, now what do for no? I just said to Godfred Dame, incompetent. Is that what the NDC is telling the good people of Ghana? And I see that statement to be a fallacious statement, a fallacy, a mistake, error. A fallacy of hasty conclusion, hasty generalization. Now, my main Court of Appeal to make my mistake. Because so we read this section 31(1)(2) of the Court Act. With all due respect, all the phone crab about moment amako 2 section, oh boy, section 31 of the Court Act, 31(1) of the Court Act. In the 31, who the use to 31, now the bracket at 31. Bracket open 2 off Court Act and I say Act 459 Oba Ebechawa de Creho Section 31(2) of the Court Act and I say Court Act and one friend Act 459 of Ghana. I say it mandates that an appellate court must dismiss a criminal appeal if the legal challenge is based purely on a procedural technicality. If the legal challenge is based purely on a procedural technicality, provided that a substantial miscarriage of justice has not occurred and there is a clear evidence supporting the crime. I heard you the person watching and say, say criminal appeal o ba to agua say ye enema nketenke bi the procedural error ne technicalities nketenke bi na ba charge sheet so a enyina so mfa mo asem no nemum hwede substantial miscarriage of justice, whether a wrong person was charged. When I say substantial miscarriage of justice, enema be me my Mr. Dinam ono ne nipa was here charging ana whether a wrong person has been charged. And I say my Mr. Dinam ya man a fair trial e bre de ni be gina ho no ye friend no ono aba court no dwane koye ye friend na na say ye di asem no ya man kwan ama ye ntie na asem na ye pam ono ma no koye na say wa ma ho a ne ye friend substantial miscarriage of justice. And then your friend is substantial miscarriage of justice. Enti the court no pese court act no pese wo kire woni say enhwe enyeman kitinkiti bi e wo charge sheet so me patcho act no hwe ni yo section 31(2) of the court act 459 the can say we are court or appellate court no don't throw out the case, dismiss the case on the basis that there is what procedural error and technicalities on the charge sheet. And this a charge sheet na nyama bi anko yi wo charge sheet ne so nketenkete a me mbo asem. In any case, maame sam tamaklo no tama no na ne lawyers a defense or if say technicalities wo ho no ma adenti no man raise the right time. No matter me adi asem ni afi no mo de ko. Now it lead to substantial miscarriage of justice ana. Ghana for sika 90 million ayira. Ya charge no the law on causing financial loss to the state to the tune of about 90 million Ghana cedi taxpayers money. Men tie for my maslok sika ana Ghana ban akofa amount for taxpayers. Me no nyina sika na de ama maame said nam. Ese fa bobo ema omo odwom bosia. Watem bi de akoma bank bi ese wanye ama wildings nwetu wudi bi kwa ha bank ni discount cry bro as fegu Ghana must go bag me nefa bre me go bank ni ye ma check cry as check me mpe sikana yira 90 million dollar and a court of appeals on fan huni. So the point is say sikano ehne fa hwan ne de man no na yemra the law on causing financial loss to the state. In the case of Republic versus Woyomi, court ne kan ingredients are ye de charge substantial miscarriage ye de charge causing the law on causing financial loss to the state. Or say one, has the state lost some money? State na yira sika bi free state in nsam. If the answer is yes, let us when you nipa nato. And the Ghana lose can be over 90 million Ghana cedis. Yes. Kiki say yes, I know I catch. Yes. Now, was it the negligence acts of the accused person and the man says can I rana? Mammy said the name this can a man no say one person why not you been a Mexicano ayana. If the answer is yes, sir, causing financial loss to the state, a betcheno. Now, Yensanko, the third one. Did he foresee? Ese ampa sa de ne disika yira na beba kwan ofa so disika na mo bi na de yira na beba na. If indeed she foresaw, ese indeed a kwan ofa so disika na be yira de a, then it means that yes, wasenya na ache no. Now, if Mami said dinam e put two measures in place a good measures in place and ka disika na yira beba. Wan fa sa measures na put in place a. Sa ingredients we na just safredom. No musteti wo Ibrahim Adams any Republic versus Woyomi no musteti ingredients we na ni nyina ache wo mo na do mo kogu mu and causing financial loss to the state o de emfa bibia nto nche law no ba ko pred no mafa and the court of appeal say eno so mfa no nkodi now
the other kind of procedural error
and we this section 31(2) of the court act say keke wan hwe ni ya mensan kan biem section 31(2) of the court act, dismissal of technical objection. If an appeal relies on a minor, harmless or procedural error rather than a substantive issue, the court will dismiss it if evidence supports the guilt. Now, for one, almost the 31(2), the catch on an appellate court must dismiss a criminal appeal if a legal challenge is based purely on what? Based purely on substantial miscarriage of what? Justice. But not on minor errors. In the charge sheet from Swaki to Ebiabem, na say particulars of offense na could take it to Ebia and into Wajaobi. Law no, common sense can law no so can. Although we are all servants of the rules and we need to worship the rules. as was said by a retired jurist, Justice Atuguba, in the case of Republic versus Alfred Agbesi, Republic versus Dan Abu Dhabi. But the point is, based on error Kituebia, Osi Abacha sheet Muntino, where Jaima said the name as a encore. $90 million now. Yadija no ehele fan ye kofesika no e dey free. The good people of Ghana ebusa Attorney General e kwan ben so na abefa so this kana bre. Something that
and okobisa na NDC for Sita Maklo ahwenye journalist bi o wa adom kobisa asenti na question ya o ye ya enti sika do afedia na adane atemdidi.
Enti mami misa o say
that is what afedi.
The same thing na omo ye Alfred Agbesi Woyomi 531 million Ghana cedis. After that, was squander money in na. Emma judge be cry abet ajet na sam. Or say we purely a normal state a create loot and share. And no more chase can into also be 1 million Ghana cedis. Say so much critic, no more loot, no more share. They are also as a judge or just 1 million Ghana cedis into a year and an answer cochino and yes, I can. It way a clear say and no more when my music question say who empanels the chief, who empanels the 3 justices of the Court of Appeal, and more transam so. Why any no in any pamiansa, no more matraso? Is it not the Chief Justice? Say Chief Justice may be empanel, judges 3, and more matraso. And when a empanel, and Chief Justice. Chief Justice may ni patreno, so among cotraso. Proud to that, near was shadow minister, I will in charge of Sanyama Winina, your friend Bafo, our Menshia Honor MP. Odikaka say information okutane say aban so no befa so de akokọ to bi na mama court na eden eja no no mu wia no head ayete say de on file appeal na ode akono na no so eja maame no na cheso mu nipa no manya now if said your kan ne ye no kra mehwe ye de atem bi hu ne pone ne ye de atua bi hu aban the conduct of this Attorney General clearly as a Dr. Sremsai one ayini I mean no disrespect to him ade a mo ya ne say asem bia ye besi wa ban bia no nipa no po wasi aban no de minim throughout your criminal jurisprudence ni nyina de minim ne say aban bia wusi no simple di fompo no a ono betena se mempo di fompo na obe file affidavit in opposition obe challenge we na wa file ne nemra no obe da challenge obenya ground so agina so challenge wo memo so hwe na nim guase e ba na nko no watena se aban we de obi file suit ti aban na no akọ support to say nipa kono eno na aban we ye opa here no adamte omoko support si enu special prosecutor ne office ana nyame ma ni twabo o ma ne the Supreme Court eye yadoma wanwu office no eno krampo no tumi ode ama no se Attorney General betimi advoco bibia enti na we wagu no aban we clearly stipulated ana se osan hwe sa ayi we are written submission we blame Owura Godfrey Dame but you must say written submission be na you see so we appeal all records of appeals ni nyina no including proceedings na a course wo a court of first instance high court one obe transmitting ni nyina sa records ni nyina to the court of appeal enti wo de kwa e ho no mo kwhwem fom so a e ba mu nyina no mahwemu na lawyer no nso a oya appeal no de written submission aka ho na de ko de nti office mara no e bia court we yan hu ne ye nti emu ama ono ni nipa no nko Attorney General so we defend the aban also do written submission e be ko written submission no and now bet say law na aha sana yan lawyer for you be case I ko obi aye written submission no bet say case we kire say court ni DB kire say was say written submission be no or de ko ye on for written submission meto public domain no bi an kan bi say written submission or de ko ye no so ya be be favor state na say o sheda ye no kokro de john Attorney General I'm throwing a challenge to Owura Sremsai this afternoon. As on for the written submission, our na yen can be near remember our so say, Mammy said the name not the but I make a say section 31(2) of the court act clearly stipulated. A say technical, some minor errors, the wrong, charge sheet, minor mistakes, our charge sheet, cannot lead to dismissal of someone, but unless leading to substantial miscarriage of what? Justice. Substantial miscarriage of justice. No. 2 main things pa na obi hu no ba ko ye. One, if a wrong person is charged. Say bia nipa no kra nyo ana mo charge no nyo no na sika no aye na mo charge na substantial miscarriage of. So enya fair trial, ebra ye di asem no, ya mfre ne se bra court, ya nsevo no, ya ma na ehunu ne bone awa ya, eno so timi mem. But ye mu say the questions ma me said nam. ono na ekura sika 90 million ne cheche ya na say ono hwan na de che enti si ana sa 90 million no Ghana for bede no mon sa ka sika no. You see the conduct of the Attorney General no and be mu hunu say unless a constitutional review we no yi Attorney General's office na fira ban na nya ban na point Attorney General sa ban no gusu point Attorney General de ne ba de a yanka hu say state yo aban mu nipa bia di sika obema na ko etimi no mienu we are the sufferers. I'm telling you.
Mate, ansa me crossover na makwa agema in China. Still on this. Na baby asa Kwaku ye bibi e wo ho. Eye time omo de file appeal. And ade no kra no omo file no May 2024. And ade judgment no ba somewhere in April 2024. Omo say o hwe eye Dominic Ayini, Dr. Dominic Ayina, ada o yes obe file for stay of execution, and it must be noted adiano omo ye no somewhere 2024 bi wa go for that means so say bibia sa
you see we appeal na was say o ma sa notice of appeal na was say osebo Attorney General ni bi time ben ora go for dame ese nya de a omo serve ni bi ono na go hot say o ma ya appeal but ya mfa appeal copy ni bi me serve Attorney General no etunim or the infant say appeal no or appeal bia na 1 month for criminal cases. The criminal cases bia or right of appeal no within 1 month. It is a 1 month ni kura twam a obetuma call for extension of time within which to appeal. In the extension of time no obeba ba ebi obesan ade another 1 month kura kan ho ntia fa say wako 2 months. Unlike civil cases na and over 3 months. Another 3 months besa be count civil cases no. But when it comes to criminal appeal na 1 month. Na additional 1 month say bi kura BBC wo kwan wako. At the time ejeli mame tamaklo no minim say o de appeal ni tuma o de emfa ne say into 2024 2025 2026 wa anya appeal na ne say only the right of appeal ebie matwam wa waive the right. However emfa ne say of file no within 3 months na 1 month no e de enti no man serve Attorney General no na samre na Attorney General na mfa ne written submission ni bibia nso anko sa time no mo twenye na NDC pension obe ayi ode okoserve Attorney General e ho ye question e wo so obusa sa asem no medika ka no e bi maame kan se maame tse dinam obetwenya ma NDC aba ansa no akwa api maame ma a typical example ye owura chachuchi kata ebra okoda mu no otwenya be ya api no wa NDC pension owura ma ayi obeye no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama pension and a choir na Justice Denis Ejei ejina amra so no so edija no emra na oyusu ye de but the DNT the question me musa me blame judge no the question me busa ne say I hono ojina asa na lawyer ni ho ahwan ni nyina nti wode agya no and edi buan for the question me busa say adenti na owura chachuchi kata at that time no one kwa api no MPP person edenti it means that a bind control Attorney General system a bind control judges ne kakra. So the point is, a DNT no one cause happy in our own corner, I bind a doom to my bomb train.
So, how can you say the President Mahama say, can Furiata, and unfortunately, Judge no Ghana.
Why am Becca Simbi say Chief Justice, Menan Kamenko, Appearance and Kamida Pin Betumba Metomebo. And a Chief Justice, Equa Pin, Mekan say stated misbehavior and Opa MPP Mara. Enti appeal bi wa kwa no aposo kakra no challenge ne ba bia na de twa MPP aba MPP ba omo so ba agu ba o se me ka se okwa omo ba nunu omo ba bona ma wa hwe ama me no obebre ama no agyae ampa okọ ye nyina na omo bo no buga. So the point is enipa no Chief Justice no aban na de ne bae eye dan ya aban wo influence kakra mitimi ka se Chief Justice no until say Chief Justice no eye neutral body bi na appoint Chief Justice no de na ba. Because in as much as a Chief Justice no eya aban na de ne ba no sa unanimous FC na President Mahama kan ni merebi no ese court ni nyina ye unanimous FC no let us say ma mencho e de nti na ma President Mahama kan unanimous FC at the time na adodan Kwaku ado e de 4 judges akọ Supreme Court and so sa 4 judges no na emu nipa ba ko awu may he so rest in perfect peace Justice Mafusaw na wa ben pa wo kire civil procedure ewo law school o kire wo na ne book kura wa nkire wade na afa ne book kan na procedure no wo na de kro enti exams bi aba utimi so wo control so Justice Mafusaw aha owu etu owu ye no ana justices miensa enso call retirement enum na President Kufuado appointed for edeko share omanan ho no President Mahama ka kire nso omo ye unanimous FC enumu na ono ba ya wape point 10 edeko aka 3 edeko so who point nti he who seeks equity must do equity and he who comes to equity must come with clean hands and to one say ade bi ono ma say his excellency President Mahama any team na ya na nya e was here condemn no. There is no sense, it leads to absurdity. There is no sense in say you bet me aja obi ama na kɔ ne 90 million nyina ase ne agina mra nko aso common sense Supreme Court nya ba bia no de law ya adwuma ho Supreme Court ade bi ombeka bia no common sense kro de law ne kan ombenya mra ne de agina so Supreme Court person de pepepe you bet maka test ma said ma and am say technical errors about you know so there by yesterday sika na nam so na ba ekutua Supreme Court can do that because they have the right to do that omo jurisdiction omo timi ye bibia the Supreme Court enti enye me nwanwa say ne constitutional review no omo de abeshim say all criminal appeals and civil appeal bia me emfa court bia enko Supreme Court eno omo de abeshim
but the lawyer Evans Osei Bonsu chere law no emu enti NDC for na obia se wakan judgment mini bi no 94-page document and NDC ni bia se wakan bi and I said the meaning say that the be kind judgment no and am ajuma
okay 1 minute my men kan be bin cho oba interpretation wo act na me kan no say alternative conviction powers
section 31
no 31 2 I say the clause allows for upholding convictions based on the evidence available even if there is a conditional statement here even if a component of the charge is technically flawed the clause allows, that is the test allows for upholding convictions based on the evidence available. Evidence no I available chesa una this kind of kwaya una de kwaya wa cause negligence or negligence ameska na yira causing financial loss to the ehonko ache maame no conviction based on evidence available even there is a conditional statement even if a component of the charge is technically flawed so a component of the charge no be a technically flawed krana based on the substantial evidence na down no esesika no 90 million na de kwaya me ade no causing financial loss to one kwati me
wa koje 500,000 edeyi efie raso abe bag akwati we did free
also on Facebook
yo
oko Facebook asa enye we disconnect
we dey sika free
na me de Nkansah Mahama mo de yeka e wo se saka na omutua
ajai ha anu no bi ko bisa jana na duty tamaklo u bedi na tap say journalist here refresher course that what dey here refresher course but what dey kasa ajima why or this kind of free
afi so what must say the na me kan say lawyer we teacher
lawyer dey I dey go school
sem no bebrebe o honoma o hia ntiase edu ba bia ho o man chichiriye ni amanyo menye lawyer ni I'm more into leadership. What did they make journey? But my chichiri ni amanyo. Si epesi ya. Ye many pen who said ye no kurenity. What did they make journey? Let us tell the people the truth. At the end say it here. When people decide on their own volition, say they will choose the wrong thing, you told them the truth. And allow your sanity. Yes. Can no correctly ni passe. Adie we uwoni na nkwani. Enu kure womuni. Se nipa ni nyina agitum se ani ye pebone no allow them to use it. That is the beauty of democracy. Eno de na wa horo wonse afirim so na ekoba kataso miemia so se nipa mpeso mo beka no kore se ye Apollo dia so de de mechoro enne yenko ne yenko kamu no kore na se eye asemesi dia eno de yenwasa wasa no kore na ama ye wo man no munyina no na obi aka che se ye perfect slaves ye yenkoa ye hoahoa yen. You don't know you are a slave, but you are a slave. And now, Chuchu ni bin so ka say na why a fire. We second class citizen. What ka say? Why you never you say fa hu dia wo man no ka ho but on ka ho. So, na said the name tell my crew asem I will still ask you lawyer. If there was an appeal pending and probably the Attorney General then say wono ya answer no. What it means in say court today say obi be file appeal na said there also respondent na me respond wa na ka court no betimi abua ana
no the attorney said so file appeal na notice of appeal ni bibi awaye no esa ko serve respondent no enti respondent na okwa serve no which is attorney general no esa was serve no into serve no na demo a court no de obetimi kra de akosene dai na da ho anase court no be mo hearing notice na de akosebe wo mo esa ko hearing notice fa mo maye bi ewo high court but na men serve respondent no enti me ko bia na akwaji date na da ho enti obetimi agi date obe opeso onkoso na kosene dai ohun sa aban ni free so na trigger e na start be ye you know okosebe notice na ma attorney general we no ana why hearing notice asem na e ba so dey say enti wo attorney general afi na obehwe ne onu so notice of appeal na the grounds a wo ye no wo agina so na so aye written submission enso de amount no ne de no na fi judges na kohwe both written submission no na o ma rely ba ko de what you say a lawyer for a judge for ni nim de but a lawyer for no ye written submission na boa wo mo because e bia na sebe ne law no kra na refi ba bia o hwe sa written submission na otumu say emra no say de we si kono no ye but ho no na be hu written submission kra attorney general we na ono blemu owura go fedo dame no ono na be handle ye no ye written submission enti written submission be no ono ye de call ye sabre no ogina so se maame tamakulu odifo enti emfa no kotum na section 31 of the court act kra kire say the mere mistake I wo charge sheet no mo no ntimi maye nya no but ye hwe the substantial miscarriage of justice said enu siya ana say evidence na wo ho no nyina no e wo so because appeal is a matter of rehearing versus bosom and the Supreme Court can what you aka versus bosom
at the current was say me busa asa question me say there was two courts and a what Samataimu. There was a Ghanaian court and there were US courts. So did them journal. Any panel we needed an extradition order. Say US for be extraditing Pakrono Edenaba. Can Ufuriata case no. US court to Tenasono. Almost share mono. A political persecution.
A homemao a yika crow. The difference between Mame Tamaklu and say Mame any Ora Kenoforiata no. Mame Tamaklu any citizen of United States. But Ora Kenoforiata abe citizen of the United States. But before US, Edini Nipa or no yes citizen in the mountain. You will do a criminality principle. Dual criminality principle na US using say. I will say US who say bone krona. Ewo Ghana bone ma omo emere mu nso wo US ana o hwe mu hu se sa bone na wo de to no so no US law no enye sa bone ne dia omfa ne ma ba ma meta ba klo die adata mo nye citizen ti Ghana so mu hia na eno so ye wo sa reciprocity no sa dual reciprocity principle a eno so no yetimi de ne brewo e ma ne ma enti musi mu hia mu nipa na mo de koma ehwa atene general no obetimi de akọ court no wa hwa hu say ampire mfa na mana na
now is a penny ajima ebisa no omo keep in detention since January or so yeah it says since January yeah
I was say you didn't Ghana
yes
because I omo say na
yes yeah the court US
yes
and the US car said I was so Ghana over serve sentence
I think it was detention since January or so somewhere in January
the slight difference what ehwo no mienu a me pesa me kire mu akakrama ote asense ehwo no se omai bi ka se ohia ni nipa na me se nipa na oba be fa no se ma metamaklo onye citizen ewo US ho
understood
first se mo no
I was so but I be call
and one bad yes Adima affirmative
enti satam no a attorney general we edene bae no said the na wo ka se e was within written submissions ba me kan bi no so when me amfa sa written submission na ma me ka dia to wo de no na ne attorney general we no e was say yen so ye charge no for every causing financial loss knowing very well say it was not a good case you kwa be lose. Why would you let us spend our money near the beko akwa extradition only for any pan of beba now beba bi jan Ghana
some MPP trigger that MPP triggers extradition process no
and na wo ba e no wo hunu say ade no say case na nye ye beba bi ye de ni beduru kura ye be yi no and na wo na ya aban futufo emra mu futufo and you ought to advise aban say case no say ye kase ye die sika e kwa akodi a chira and same say ni bitimi esi so did they make sure no ena wa me yedi sika akodi eche na asisi enti na se Dr. Dominic Ayeni ye ba ha ye betimi abuta ne nsem kakra
ye bebusa no
ye betimi abuta ne nsem kakra again double k yia o mayi maame ni nyina no na eye predetermined me dey because Martin Pebu what was that platform no lawyer Martin Pebu ena let nobody underestimate the power of lawyer Martin Pebu say onye lawyer ni papa for anybody to be able to lie as well as he lied you know na say woni momla pa what did them John obi woni mo nokure and timi twa ntoro consistently no twa ntoro so lawyer eti hoyi we decide say asem aba na wonka mu nokura he knows at every point the waka ebeto asum because woni mu nokure no Martin Peru etina afidie so e ka say wono kura na ye no nwanwa sese di nam mai na se di nam ba ya e na ko betwa awan ye bi anka president kura bitimi apade no
ka ne party na woso
ndi nkumbe jai no what did they make you know in leadership yetimi test waters menye melanim ni but Martin Peru is an assigned NDC communications team member me fan say we a social commentator now say he communicates for the NDC. Yes. And you betting about test waters with such messages just to see the reaction of the people. So how did they make you know? Or they can't ask them no. Any jina and umkujano because na omo who say Martin Pebu can't ask them no reaction from the public no wasn't any tina eba umjano ebe bibia. And woman hwe no mu de jano. Again ensemu a omugina aso a omugyae maame no no vis-a-vis ensemu a omugina aso a omode chama wontumi koto mu no wo check nsem ni mienu a na ene ebeye wo nwanwa pa se judge bi betimi atena se aka cheche ma wontumi se wongodem what did they make you know lawyer Martin Pebu at one breath say chema wontumi manager no and the car say Chema Wontumi a catch them. That was an oral contract between Chema Wontumi and the manager. Fine. Assuming there was an oral contract, which I agree said there could be an oral contract. Two parties and oral contracts. I can't say and I binding as an oral contract. How can you use one as a witness against the other? Enti na aban prosecution na no gina so na any de hene because any panel on any oral contract no ono wo begina dwuma ba be ka no wono cannot be a witness. Is he a witness?
Yeah, in a so here law no ma at times we betimi deny a witness but the tendency if the person is on oath so or swear oath then the statement we can be rely on but that is the most dangerous aspect of our criminal jurisprudence because our bind target no se mu ye nipa mienu mu nyina no ma ye bone baba akopɛ na because of article 88 na nti no mo say amend no no ne mfa tumi ne ma no article 88 no on na initiate criminal proceedings or person obesa ja and civil proceedings no enti se nipa mienu aye bone a obetima ka cho say we meja no me de na ye witness atia we nkwa na me hwe that is the most dangerous aspect to me de ne sa no me ye that is the most dangerous aspect
ehɔ na sebi nyansa ni nimde wo se kasa because nipa mienu anya asem what did they make you know the third party no a no ya be use no as witness against Wontumi what did they make you know no no momu e na asem no esi woni ne ntam in the first party na wo se wo ba meme kwadu no menini ni asem bia enti se judge ni ko gina so se enu nti nipa mienu akwa afa ba akwa be di adanse am ba akwa nti nipa mienu akwa afa na eye Wontumi nko a that's miscarriage of justice aname boa because Wontumi enye attorney general bibia. If there was anything that has happened there, it has happened between Wontumi and the manager no aname boa. So if there is a witness and can also witness ni another third party I that say oba be can the manager ne kan ni bi aname boa. Then again manager no aka kire ya me ate say waka kire ya me ate say ono eduru ba bi no o mo ka kire ne say ontwene hu mfrasem no mu because enkrofo bi na aye wo madwene say o mo di Wontumi betum. Have you heard that?
I don't know. Say another tape about involving that court
interview. Yeah. One person no my friend. say
yes about grante
say man ne twe no hu fura asem no mu ne say na o ma ka kire ne say eye de no ma yo ma dwene say o mu de wontumi betum enti no onyi no mu free case we see what did they make no enti say o hwe sa ansem ni mienu a o hwe say de na tamakru na o kwoti say the same Martin Pegu no any NDC lawyers ne o more communicators kase say the name there no you need written documentation via the former attorney general ejina so say okoji sika no wo yaji na here say asem ne yeka chama wontumi de enye here say where the written documentation contractor chama wontumi ne be man sign and if enono here see necessary na mo de na ono what the
say no na slam side you also utie slam side interview or grant here to TV3 na just o patch say obo no kro mo ni evidence bi o na based on wontumi obo de
na say na mo nso no say na mo no sika no okoje no filling station won won deny so ankwanko what is the
there was no rating the lawyer said there was no written acceptance letter.
What matter so as acceptance letter corner more written notification to build a stronger a case idiot said the name there. Where is the written notice judge in the build a stronger case against WONTUMI? And the media minister said the name Yasam uncle. The same thing, and I was saying to him, Zumujano. The same thing was on Zumujano. Uncle, you will be Eska. When you hear the words of it in the say, one no crown podia or the Nisika Koyuma. What do you want? Another question. Let me
maybe preaching. Operation recover all loot. To be the and operation recover all loot. Now, send it up the other.
Operation steal from somebody.
Bigger loot. Me send it up there.
Mami.
Bigger loot to the
me scientific attorney general nano. When our house was outside, a year me yapa. Say, Umubusa and say, attorney general, Umubusa and say, Adentina. Nipa na okoya ade na Nkansah no ya prosecute ni bia waso wono no de ofofete ni properties international say attorney general prosecute say obaso kire say
no so call about custodial sentence but no say e ho kra law ne makwan for plea bargaining e ho Nkansah mpo no e call for custodial sentence punishment is severe plea bargaining e minor e na obetima plea bargaining
enti dia me can say said the damn case no eye o ma dwene nti o no mbeja no ene o mu ja no so what did they make sure no enti emra nya adwuma o ma mu biem lawyer akasa bebre
agency ni ono de na ni abre pa e bia hono na lawyer o se da di abre okofo ade chenso ana court ko legal vacation
be hu ni pa judge se be be wi say ja no akasa ma ye adwuma wi me ko na supreme court
adentina tambia o be bia sa se bia to bia ntete adwula
ai oh yes. Yeah.
Even with
the Sadina, now landmark cases, yeah, society no the question. I did court. Sorry, no
court on court na superior court no more holiday vacation.
Okay.
Now you go some petty and I've no. I'll fall for stay first like you. Now what job please bag Dolly prosecute one filing. What is difference? I didn't say Mr. Lawyer can say we starting when lawyer we me perceive a quote full and sense so. Intimate person make a be but the point in say, hey, Wajai Corin's Dauda. I catch and so go see fee a 5,000 I will see 1,001. Wajai Abnado for what did them
60-40?
Wajai Upuni. What did them journal? Wajai Papa was in Doom and machine Crofusicano. Wajai no. Atoforcing. Atoforcing. The worst of it all. Atoforcing. And no quaddy. So I never become Adiacha. Met me a Amadiachi. The worst of it all. Atoforcing to me Nibemo da. Never anywhere. And he says in procurement of goods. If the conformal to specifications, no, and yet to the standard as agreed upon by the SPPD what the bape no enti wo mo di ade ne beduru ya na ambulance no bibia ni mo no untimi there is no law under procurement both the red book and the green book say ubetimi aka akire obi say onkonkoye ni mere
na sense kan ni na ashim company na
never adwuma be no enti na ministry of procurement director no wo mantimi am prosecute no
yes
because okoduru ho na wo hu say ambulance ni nya yi na and we use procurement law no ka chiro say no onje
company na first can
and no kura hampo no ma discontinue case enti basa we ma attorney general me kan kire say crocodile de John wo ye wo de dem no wo jana one de wonya no yenso be ka file appeal Supreme Court na said enti na mbuza was asem no mo mane na ho said na mo nsa
na ka said da ho
but that's papa pajma but law still na wo share a year NDC abaya and America say study na tamaklu the area very bad case intino so obokoche that is miracles ship yeah that's about tactics no who actually but there be omo be sadia since say the last time I don't know what I mean no can tribunal no and still omo say no eba so and with the Dennis miracle the ya obo person obo de kata near masu ya kono obe catch obi so obi kra 5 accounts bank accounts ya wa sika dem no ebetumi I say 5 sika bia di but who sika bi display kra about 30,000 kra endu so sa near man no mo ye ne with tribunal na as I say enwa no mo ye focused obo aye still because what you drama who
you see presumption of innocence until proven otherwise no meaning the court ni biti ase because article 19(2)(c) presumption of one of the cardinal a year where the 1992 constitution all persons are presumed to be innocent until proven otherwise obi ani for mranim no obi dibem kopim se court no bebu anofo what is the essence of freezing obi account
freezing yes
man ni fie enyina wo se mo mfa ne nansi wo ne fie na abeya wodan at the end of the day it's a miracle odi wa so wa make attempt so okoton fie no so wo indication bi se ne fie no okwa akoton ana wo freezing no wo freezing ana che se fie okro ntimi nko nti emfa ne se ne fie 5 no enumu ba ko no oda na wo freezing ni nyina na ebeden kra wa ko fie wa akoda we salo we
now when you deputy attorney general try to say sasa
eno na
no de aludi ha your friend say
eno na Alesegbefia that man I respect him a lot wa can say mo say jail them will you be there forever or kasa chiro mo ahwe the tape na echo around no Alesegbefia warns NDC members against targeting MPP officials efiti nanu nyina Alesegbefia jail them will you be there forever munjeli wo no mo betena so akosi awiye mo anhwe ye de beto ye no because constitutional review ne say edru ba bia aban no ofiri so a within 4 years and fan court afi what so abetimi de criminal and civil proceedings in etia no e de nako e be first time aban bi be sesansa NDC for anya very careful the first time I bet President Mahama de nako court no ofiri so a the first time political party bi beba the first person obedi ka target no president no we are no attorney general no do munyina agina court what you say any kwansa ye political persecution any kwansa ye anocracy but also the pepe ye na di enipa ni nyina Alesegbefia is not happy Dunkatia is not happy what you say even Haruna Idrisu onye happy about what is going on because President Mahama bae no nyina no ade pa me de bona ba so se waye pa kase ba ko ye achechera eno ya ade ba ko waye ana tema oil refinery a or revitalizing enema two way no waye
tema oil refinery
when more so revitalization na maintain no more
at the time I for that tema oil refinery no na ya wie the first part of the rehabilitation
okay
na ya ni Chinese contractor the central oil no na ya ni omo so aye ama almost aka operationalization go on after now no wako cut sword say the second phase of the Central project and wako cut sword the Kwaku fuado abrafu abuo ko soro no one of the measures I did to form man near person abrafu as say ya adwene say sa na tie dia si etimi a revival Tamaoy refinery. Na yama Chinese for yes asentuo no a yebetimi a refine oil no a yenye tu no Ghana because in 2014 2010 ye has ye tu oil no the NDC ene dwoma ama no mo ye ne say all the oil na yenye tu no Ghana ha na just one side kwa ama no eno ma pa refine it is a refineries no na say even a private person we will be able to sell the no ha no to ourselves na aboa ama dollar swati because so at the cry the control dollar pa go for oil any local refinery na ye no said the be atema refinery because e mire bia na se yepese yakotofu wala e do Friday oil marketing companies no and net dollar no
oh okay
na o mama dollar no ashoto e system no mu enti se o pese we ya it is either you do it in the form of better trade it is the near the good and the quality oil no and now say o no o mbakwa akwaji bi no they will get it on the local scene and o maji it is some tune ni we no de do mama ni mu bali we ni mu bali we ba ya
that's for education
lawyer few moments for pipeline ben kola ye chance na gas to at let's say
so over regional tribunal to say omo ye na keke ade a ehu original tribunal ne say ma menkyere wade bi unim say can regional tribunal no so we the genesis or the history of regional tribunal na samre ye court no so na fraud de ne ma no koso ye aban mu mpanifo na me ye che regional tribunal and the regional tribunal ne bae na ekoba say regional tribunal or current jurisdiction with the high court in the regional tribunal no ne high court nyina ye pe. And the purpose is the regional tribunal by saying decentralization. And the decentralization of high court said the as a district into the regional tribunal and a now bomb see. I come here and say your high court to be brave, your circuit court to be brave. Say so ampa. We bet my critique another high court and another circuit court because beko there enyina no court there or district court only high court or e dey ntini emfa bi court there ni circuit court kra obeba mamponchen kwabiri nyina district court entonso numu nyina district court any circuit court any high court or edi enti na won create another high court name wo kofa one judge no kofa layman enipa 4 a omunsu amara na do ma betra so omene ni muman na omuwa enti say nipa 4 na futu omede be ma judge na ode be tudwa na the dangerous wo mu ne say ono person of fix afi do say aban ne be point region ni nyina judges na be ba no eni nipa ne judge ne be ya adwuma aban ne be point na district ne de ode abema judicial system hwe the aban ne person ye ne say obeload NDC for do ma ba be gu 44 no eni judge ne be everywhere it be do on so mu disika na omo kwa wo de ne ko gina sa regional tribunal na anima na eja omo na amom ko ekwa abra sa regional tribunal purpose bi na sa time yedi anti constitutional review ne se yenyi sa regional tribunal na nyedai emfiri ho biem because kwaya fa so di titi nipa ni bi ebu nipa ni bi kumfo ne ade no yenyi mfiri ho enti yenyi mfiri ho de enne no e wo so hwe the dreams and the aspirations of the good people of Ghana ese sabre no yegu so per regional tribunal enti de medema no sini de make can say justice so wa e kan asem bi wo to 4 versus attorney general. Because the national constitution is a living organism capable of growth in determining and I say interpreting any provision in the text or the national constitution. You have to give an interpretation that will meet the aspirations and the dreams of the good people of Ghana. Ghana, your dreams, any aspirations, and they say, you best have a regional tribunal, man, and I say Ghana for high court, circuit court, into which make it more at the account. It is all of a regional tribunal, but they are necessary of an old system. Although constitution not reset, but Ediatina, as a committee, make a choice, you regional tribunal, no, in free and not yet. Constitutional review ne de koma President Mahama on to mako pass law no eso ba be regional tribunal
no but I say alima few moments Kadola Nkansah mu ho yes baby our fuel prices cool bill and nka brewuma BEC results so private schools no sen kolana said you see fee no Friday omo the petition kwa koma education minister because omo chose BEC results we there almost the almost
been 24
sada wo kabe sada wo
kabe no botaya na aban no makoye meeting
aban the results na
koye category A no school now why ne say omo fa biti say opokuware secondary school omo fa 6 to 10 enti wunya ho a wunya biem ne de wakwa akurase omo school no masisi no enti the aban say failure no ma fail ni nyina kyerɛ sɛ sɛ de be ya wokra wobɛka sɛ me ba no wanya de ntimi mfa no nkonko sua adwuma sɛ de be ya free SHS na ka na obɛbɔ no
sentences quota do oteso
ya beba na
and private schools na no dem so obonti aso obu bi do na mahama exams wey oboko tro ye die nya omokola na
strategy
adai me yajima adai
assassin na ye calculate communism and Ghana. Everything is pointing to one direction. Communist Ghana. What did them know? Communism bo bema me catch the feed them catch high any mammy and son they will make everybody ignorant. Who so young crop ignorant? What do? You destroy educational system. And I'm boy. Because I can say family values they say they send this for more than troni concern and my bonny as a family values krumuha. And see we destroy education we are. Now they are gathering information through. What did them know? Enipa sense of direction is as much as in Yama Winimu Wutrim. So if you don't know anything now, sense of direction nalo. Analo yambo. Enti womo sisi uka samswa yesi yacho. So na omaga information. Omaga information ni we are. Sisi omo use tribunal system. Once the tribunal system is in eba, say omagu the courting system.
Or the who be shaman
the former tribunal unui. It is the most corrupt institution. It is the most corrupt institution because any platform no common and woman judges. Me, I don't want to mention name. Namni bidding komo. Anybody a year. So did they make no. I know what panel so. Omopon yina ya no bin komo ya pon amebomi no di achero. Ba ko di nya made ni afre no. Ba ko hanuma ne ba ye prominence is ye ken. What did they enjoy no? And what we are, the NDC will use the tribunal system at their room and crop as said, they're not omusu PNDC time.
Kangaroo course, I don't know if kangaroo course.
One in a political argument, or by passing for Frubia Cartos or Edward Cotruna with the Agorabidem. And you wouldn't say a grooving woody, and ya grooving woody. Sorry, and John. Now, the idea how many say in the modern times and age, now you woman, the NDC no. One here and funny my papa, my Ghana.
Now, the echo idiot.
And funny my papa, because open bema, open who for over to Bema. And why we are.
If Ghanaians survived under J.J. Rawlings,
we are not a conference.
We are surviving.
Okay. So our tribunal system, the least said about it, the better. But you know, the Jablefo, Papa be Jesus and Papa Boy and Temoho, a friend of Jablefo. Or Castle Repie Baller, lawyers only in India can, Bob near friend India can, a Jablefo gets not against over Pie Baller. Bolly, wo ye dear, what is a calculation man? I read. Inca, a Jablefons was a born now over Pie. When your castle repires, I obey. And the double key, San obey. Me can't fool once some cacara, Mr. Fluence and summer air coso. Any affair, edugitamaku in summer or cassette, a whom he said, a was said, ye dear, a manusem, we are since and semna, abba. I'd eddy a near ma abanababian kaikum, and yanokore. Mo be an intum. Mr. Abusia for. If we are say, a dear mina na catch them, me say, Minana, me papa ma mina menene tonight. Say, Okasem na Okase debia, was your cousin Kase debi, na when you dry. Was away a bema, Say, Okasem now was signed the one of fat as some now sound we are when we dry in sun them. Because we dry puisa, once we puisa. Into Okasema or Annie, no Annie, now Debbie, no Debbie. Mokachre say, Ukraine, a far from us. Russia, a far from us. Ukraine, Russia, and Yantoka, ain't me Magana, Emekaye. Ananya Sanokaye. Ukraine, Russia, and Yantoka, ain't Magana, Mekaya. America is farther than Ukraine. Anamiwa. Huh? Woma America no Mukunto Iran, it is farther than Ukraine. adenti no mu de omunya ntokwa ene de e ba be kan enti mu obi anyi ni again mama yen ka asem mu nokura nkyere mu omampanyin John Dramani Mahama wosisuwe wono ankasa atwero no ne book mu se ade ha no ne se ontime nwene fuwa nsensem ni amane a yewo mu sesi ayi nyina eye wono a oba politics mu wo Ghana enti no man ye fuwa aduru ba bi aduru eye wo mampanyin John Dramani Mahama ade ntira hwe na aban subsidize fuel pricing do be kaya makachiro say the fuel economy na do danko akufu ade ne Dr. Bawumia manage between 2017 and 2024 no there's no government, nobody in Ghana wa manage bi da men kan say Nigeria because they manage fuel and subsidize na price no largely controlled by the world price and the fluctuations in the on the market. What did they make sure no? Previously no, na John Mahama no be vice president no one when you know. Na on my no use a lazy approach to managing the fuel. See, a coordinator ya buy between munyai. That didn't call for any leadership. That didn't call for any innovative year. Na I was over this one no. And the me catch them say John Mahama cannot manage the Dr. Bawumia yenini. The Nanado manage no. John Mahama cannot do it. And one must will be to me, and we got no more by 2 cities years or year 3 this year. So this is not the first time. They have reduced it by 1 cedi before. Subsidy now. And say it yamra because you use subsidy in everywhere. Most 2014, Mona Uncle Cosi Platinum, everything every so it defend you vehemently. Say the beya you be politics every fluence and same no be into no. You deregulated the sector, the downstream petroleum sector. Niema OMs is now for mufu and umrameton. Dollar a jin samo near Jim Yaji and Wanye. And your OMs is no more per dollar the cocotoy because previously now buying a copper for neighbor. Na ya buy ya be soprama OMs is in Waha. Ya buy a mukwazo munkonkoyano, and you do Friday no more per dollar na toa, na ama dollar, why a dollar, a gran cosano. Don't mama sabotage now the year campaign. You have been a president before. Why you mampanida? You know the mess away. Emma, World Bank country director, Eka say, obey we as one mampanina. What is she embra bonne our energy sector? A German crow for a chairman companion John Dramani Mama. I will be there 20. Once I catch the papa, we say, oh my, what is he do? Be out to you as I was what a facilitating bribe at the Ama, a Ghana will be on the energy sector. Energy about the NSC, apart from easy genomes to person motor. And Ghana for your kind, any benefit. That is why I me catch it say, I love lawyer. Say, overcome no crutch a month for, and when they decide to say,
time for Nature Medics Consult. I'm firing on all cylinders. Better lawyer Evans or say Bunsusu. I say, I will follow Mon Colano. I do say ya now for the man. What's it?
Oh, my feeling Colano.
Is that President Mahama Kasa Colano pass it? What do you Rasa education? Do you know a running story? I will follow the Chinese name. I will follow your country. So President Mahama back 3 SHS, it has gone. And then Colano failure, my private schools teachers and Penny Fuano themselves way they fail away there. Omu who are buying one man collect fairly be say that President Mahama for you. I said, Nana don't Colano pass it to Duntia no Mwaba, Obey Kishos and Colano soon fairly. Nature Medics Consult, Mema Kwaba.
Yeah, Joe.
Nampacho way.
Yanko Pado me.
Yadayamias.